you're seeing anything similar to what I'm seeing, I thought I would give you some tips on what's been working for me. So tip number one, if you're writing stuff down, start writing down now, because class is in session. So whatever has been working for you, I think you're gonna have to double down on that. What I say by double down is like, go hard at that. Like, if you've been, sending out certain amount of DMs, certain amount of emails, like, you might need to increase that. Like, double down whatever's working for you. For me, and if you're not familiar with me, I'm Angelic Marnier, and I'm all about online course creation, all about digital products, like really showing people how to monetize their genius through digital products. So you can really create more of a passive income. Don't have to be there, have to show up in order to make money. This is make money and not have to show up. So I work with a lot of coaches, authors, speakers, a lot of small business owners. And so what we're finding, or what I'm saying right now, is double down. Like for me, LinkedIn is my go-to. Like that's my bread and butter. I don't know about you, but I saw a slip in my income and in my sales in March, and then especially in March, and then got a little bit better in April. Starting to see some things coming into fruition, but I had to do some things differently to get the numbers back up. So first thing I'm just going to go over is double down. Whatever's been working, continue to do that. So like if emails have been working for you, double down on that. Send more emails, or get a copywriter who actually can write the emails for you so you get better messages. Like figure that out, but double down. For me, LinkedIn is my go-to. That's my bread and butter. That's where I make all my money for the most part. And some Instagram, some Facebook, but LinkedIn, I got to double down. So this, instead of just doing DMs, I got to do more DMs. I've got to do more articles. I've got to maybe go on there live, go live on there. Just be more present, be more visible. So whatever is working for you, double down until it doesn't work. Like ride that pony till it doesn't go anymore. Like until the wheels fall off, keep riding that, because that's your bread and butter. So that's the first number one. Now number two is we might have to do some new things, guys. Like what was working before might not be working now. So try something new. So for me, I am going to be more visible on YouTube. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to start doing lives on YouTube. I'm going to do shorts on YouTube. I'm going to even have some long content on YouTube. Like I don't really have a presence on YouTube, but that's something I'm going to try. What will you try? Will you try, Facebook ads? Maybe you haven't been doing ads. If you do ads, get a coach or get somebody to help you with that, because ads are, they're no joke. So I would say if you're going to do ads, definitely get a coach or somebody who knows what they're doing. But try it, I'm going to try YouTube. Maybe start going live. Like if you don't go live now, see if that could be a new channel or a new way for you to make income. Because these are just, again, ways. If you're seeing a dip in your income, might have to try something new. We're going to double down on what's been working, but let's also try some new things. We've got to do that. This is really important. That's great. I want to do more on YouTube also. Yay! Okay, so cool, Internet. Maybe we can do something together. You never know. Let's both get out there, and then maybe we can do something. And that was my next point. Like maybe we should all be collaborating more. Why? Because Antoinette's audience might need what I have, and my audience might need what Antoinette has. Who knows unless we collaborate and give the people what they need, right? So collaborate with other people that are parallel with you, who have stuff that your audience might want. Why wouldn't you? So like if you're a vegan chef, maybe you could do something and collaborate with someone who has a food truck, a food truck business. Now you guys can talk to each other's audience. The food truck people, they love food. Now you talk about your vegan options, and maybe you guys can, they like food, and maybe you can start to get these people to start thinking healthier and eating vegan. Just never know. There's all kind of opportunities. So try something new. If you don't collaborate with people now, try collaborating. If you're not doing the ads, think about doing ads. Something I tried, not sure how it's going, is I started doing Google ads, YouTube ads. So we'll see how that goes. It's been interesting so far, but I'm trying new things, right? Because I need to get my sales back up. I don't get to flop or just be like, it didn't work out for me. No, I got to figure it out. What is the issue? What's going on? What do I have to do to get my sales back up? Because the money is out there. The money is out there, you guys. People are spending money. I went to the mall the other day. People are still spending money. Grocery store is packed. People are still spending money. So it's just, we got to figure out how to get that money. Next thing is switch up your messaging, you guys. And this is kind of something that Fat Joe said, like yesterday's pricing is not today's price. Yesterday's messaging is not today's messaging. And I got this from Jacent, and you guys should follow her. She's all about money making and budgeting and saving money and, having money in your pocket. Jacent, Jacent. She's all about money, and she's great. And she and I had a conversation the other day, and she's like, hey, Angelique, whatever messaging you're using, your clientele, small business owners, coaches, authors, speakers, What they were going through in 2022 is not the same as what they're going through in 2023. So you might have to switch up your messaging, and that was true. Okay, you guys? So what are people dealing with right now? People are thinking about, the economy. I don't know that people were thinking so much about the economy in 2022. We were hearing rumblings, but we weren't really seeing anything. Inflation, job security, banks are failing. Like, there were really banks failing in 2022. So things are different now. And so we've got to tailor our messaging. Okay. So maybe you talk to people like, hey, if you're looking for a second stream of income, just in case you lose your job, or hey, if you're looking to figure out how to have job security, here's how you can do better at your job, or here's how you can, impress your boss. Like, whatever it is, that's what people are concerned about. Hey, if you're trying to hedge inflation, or if you're trying to figure out how to not get taken under by inflation, here's how to save. Like, these are the things we can be thinking about and creating messaging around that to where these are the things, these are the hooks that we can pull. We can figure out people's pain points. And then once we speak to those pain points, they're more willing to pull out their wallet because they're like, oh, she's got what I need. Antoinette's got what I need. She's the person that I want to talk to. So just something to think about when you're creating messaging. Make sure that messaging hits a pain point for today's market. I've been using the same messaging, honestly, because it's been working since 2022. But it's now maybe not working so well, so I had to switch things up. So just something to think about. And then the last two, hire for your weaknesses, you guys. So again, you guys, I'm getting a ton of people on my calendar booking, which is great. I'm thankful. Thank God for that. Because it lets me know there's still value. People want what I need, but I'm not closing like I need to be closing, okay? So, as much as we want to be solopreneurs and be everything, we're the marketer, we're the janitor, we're the healthcare workers, we're HR. As much as we want to be that, you guys, sometimes we need to hire out. Like for me, because I'm not closing as much, I'm going to have to bring on a sales rep. It just is what it is. Thank God, like I said, I get a ton of people that are interested in working with me, but I'm not closing. Like if I'm only closing at 10 or 15%, I need to get that to 30 to 45 to 50%. How do I do that? I hire. Okay, so some of you guys might say, well, hey, Angelique, I'm not great at social media. Hire somebody to do that. Get a VA to do that. Some of you guys, another thing we need to be doing is following up. Follow up with people you talked to last year. Follow up with people you talked to 2 months ago. Follow up. If you don't have time to do that, hire someone to do that. But whatever your weakness is, if your weakness is following up or doing sales or if your retention employees is low, maybe you need an HR director. Like, hire, you guys, because you're going to spend some money, but there's going to be a return on your investment, and you're not going to know how much that return on investment is until you actually hire. So hire for your weaknesses. And last but not least, get their greatness. Some people are great at sales. Some people are great at marketing. Some of you guys are trying to do your own marketing, and you don't need to be doing your own marketing. Hire somebody for that. Somebody who's great at that, because you're going to get your time back. You're going to stop being frustrated because stuff isn't working, and you get to tap into somebody else's genius, and that's brilliant, right? Like, Steve Jobs is not, he's not head of marketing. He's not head of sales. He hires for that. So why wouldn't we do the same thing? Why wouldn't we look like Amazon? Jeff Bezos is not doing everything himself. No, you hire people to fill those gaps, because you can't be great at everything. Just be the CEO, be the chief executive officer. Watch everything, delegate to everybody else. That's smarter way to work. Last but not least, get into some networking groups, you guys. Get out there, okay? So right now you might have to, right now we've been in the house a lot, but it might be time to get off of Zoom and everything else and actually network with some people. Get into these women's lawyers, type things, or, women doctor, like, get into these social things, like, because the greatest thing is if you meet Sally Sue and she can connect you to John Jay, that's a beautiful thing. Like, it's a warm lead. Now you don't have to connect with John Jay on your own, and he doesn't know you, he doesn't like you, he doesn't trust you. Now you have Sally Sue who introduced you. That's the greatest thing. So get these other people to refer you and refer them to people. Like, they're to be exchanged, and ask for the referral, you guys. I know a lot of us, we don't like to ask for help, but people oftentimes, like, when they'll talk, like, oh, you need help, or you need clients right now? I wouldn't have thought. You always seem like you're doing so well. So sometimes you got to just ask for it and have them refer you to other people. You can just ask, like, hey, who do you know that might be looking to create a course? Who do you know who is looking to start a business? Who do you know that is looking to work on their health? Who do you know that is working on growing their hair? Who do you know? Like, just ask, like, who do you know that needs help with their social media? Like, these are questions we should be asking people, and then be like, oh, well, whoever you can think of, can you think of 2 or 3 people and just, do a quick introduction? I'm great at what I do, like, whatever, but get into these masterminds, get into these groups, be a little bit more social, because just new ways that we have to do things right now, right? So yeah, that is it for me. So I do a quick recap. Anybody who has, in full disclosure, I did see a dip in my sales in March, a major dip, I'll be honest with you guys. And so I had to figure out some new ways of doing things and double down on what's been working. So first, double down, whatever's working, double down on it, do more of it, have more exposure, be more visible, all of the things, do them, because you already know that works, right? So maybe if you throw a little bit more money at it or throw a little bit more attention at it, put a VA on it to double, whatever it is, do that, you guys, because we already know it's working until it's not working anymore. And then try something new. Try some new channels. Like you said, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you are or are not on. Try that. All you can do is try, right? You got to try something and see if there's a return on the investment. If there's not, give it 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, whatever you decide. But you're going to have to try some new things to get new exposure to new people who don't know you right now. So we got to nurture people that have been working with us or know us, and we got to bring in new people all the time. That's our job. Wax on, wax off. Number 3, switch up your messaging. Whatever you've been saying, if it's not hitting anymore, if it's hitting, double down. If it's not hitting, bring it into today's world. Today's world, people are concerned about job security, concerned about health, concerned about, our banks failing. Like, these are the things people are concerned about. So you might want to include some of that into your messaging so that it hits a pain point and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I am concerned about that, or I do need help with that, or she's speaking my language, she must be reading my head. Yeah, here's my wallet, I'll buy that. Another thing is hire for your weaknesses. That's number 4. Whatever you're not good at, bring somebody else in, even if it's part-time. But again, if you need somebody to help you get out your emails or do some follow-ups, or if you need some help with, I don't know, washing your clothes. Maybe you don't even have time to do stuff because you can't even wash your clothes or go to the cleaners or whatever it is. Hire for your weakness, because whatever your weakness, my weakness, again, I'm not closing as many people as I need to, full disclosure. So I need to get better. I need to get better at sales, and I'm going to hire somebody who's better at sales than I am, but I'm also going to be taking some training to get better at sales myself. So it's not just on that person, but if you need help with marketing or social media, hire for that, you guys, so you can see more money coming in. Yeah, you're spending money, but the ROI should be, 10 times that. What if it costs you $1,000 to get somebody into your business and they can make you $10,000? That's a no-brainer, right? That's a no-brainer. So yeah, we want to be all things in our business, but we can't be because we're not great at everything. And if we look at all the other CEOs, they hire out, they delegate to everybody else. Last but not least, get out and start networking. Get out to these summits, get out to these conferences, and get into some networking groups so you can meet people who can refer you, and then there's more of a warm lead.